All right, this is Advent of Code, day 9. Okay. Caves seem to be lava tubes. Oh my goodness. If you can model how the smoke flows through the caves, you might be able to avoid it. Smoke flows to the lowest point of the area it's in. For example, considering the following heat map. Okay, the heat map is the puzzle input. Whoa. Okay. Each number corresponds to the height of a particular location. Find the low points. Okay. Grid equals hash.new hk equals heights stirs.each.width index do row y stir.each.width index do h x heights x dot x y equals 2i locations that are lower than any of its low points. Low equals 0. Length do y stirs length dot times do x deltas if deltas dot all dx dy h equals heights xy heights x y dx y plus dy h low plus equals 1 puts low. Oh no, each line 15. $253 sum of the risk levels of all the low points. Dang it. Puts xy one zero nine zero 1055 11. Oh, 1 plus its height. God damn it. Oh, 633. $248. Dang it. All right, you need to find the largest basin so you know what areas are the most important to avoid. A basin is all locations that eventually flow downward to a single low point. Every low point has a basin. Locations of 9 do not count as being in any basin. Low points equals low points size of the basin basin sizes equals low points dot map to LP basin sizes dot sort dot sum. Edges equals LP size equals 0 while next P equals edges dot pop pH equals heights P scene scene P scene dot count. Deltas dot each do dx dy. If heights x plus dx pH xy equals p y plus dy. If the is greater, neighbor height equals, if neighbor height not equal 9 and neighbor height greater than point height, and scene include neighbor equals neighbor edges neighbor. Put LP.inspect scene.count. Seven, 17, 16, 15. That doesn't seem right. Oh. 6, 15. Oh, there we go. 3, 9, 14. 15. sizes, reverse, put sizes 0 times sizes 1 times sizes 2. Yes! Leaderboard! Yes! All right. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And that was with like a 10-second delay because I got part 1 wrong. All right. Let's go over this. All right, day 9, smoke basin. Yeah, day 9, smoke basin. These caves seem to be lava tubes. Parts are even still volcanically active. Small hydrothermal vents release smoke into the caves that slowly settles like rain. If you can model how the smoke flows through the caves, you might be able to avoid it and be that much safer. The submarine generates a height map of the floor of the nearby caves for you, your puzzle input. So, yeah, this was my puzzle input. Woo, grande. Each number corresponds to the height of a particular location, where 9 is the highest and 0 is the lowest a location can be. First goal is to find the low points, the locations that are lower than any of its adjacent locations. Most locations have 4 adjacent locations, up, down, left, right. On the edge or corner have 3 or 2 adjacent locations. Diagonal locations are not adjacent. The risk level of a low point is 1 plus its height. So what is the sum of the risk levels of all the low points on your height map? So I get a set of strings. That's my input. I create a hash of heights, which I'm going to have a default value of 10 because I know the heights are 0 through 9. So rather than like doing any bounds checks, I can just check if the height is 10. Then I loop over all my stirs and all the cars in each stir, and set up my heights to be XYs. Yeah, that gives me my heights. Then for the low points, this is my counter. I loop over all the keys of my string, I don't want to loop over the keys, though that would have been an easier way of doing this. I like explicitly loop over X and Y's. I should have just done easier to do points equals heights dot keys. And then I can just loop over points. Yeah, that would have been better. So then I loop over all the deltas, 4 cardinal directions. I get the height of the point itself, and if all of the deltas, the height at the delta is greater than the height of the point, then it's a low point, and I add the risk level, which is the height plus 1. I also add it to this low points array, which will be useful for part 2. I don't have to deal with any bounds checks because all my heights outside of the grid are height 10. So that makes that easy. So that's part 1, which is pretty simple. Just counting all those low points. Then for part 2, you need to find the largest basin so you know which areas are most important to avoid. A basin is all locations that eventually flow downward to a single low point. Therefore, every low point has a basin, although some basins are very small. Locations of height 9 do not count as being in any basin, and all other locations will always be part of exactly one basin. Size of a basin is the number of locations within the basin, including the low point. So these are some of the basin sizes. Then you have to find the 3 largest basins and multiply their sizes together. Yeah. So to get the basin sizes, each low point has a corresponding basin. So I map over the low points. Then I create a set of edges, points that I have to visit on the edge of the basin, and I initialize that with the low point itself. And then I have a set of the points that I've already seen. So then while there's something in my edges set, I add that to my scene set. And at the end, the size of the basin will be the number of points that I've seen. So I have my point. I get its height, pH, and decompose it into x and y. And then I loop over all the deltas again, and I get the neighbor, create the neighbor, which is the point I was at, plus the deltas, and I get its height. And so if the height of the neighbor is less than 9, this excludes both points at height 9, which are not included in a basin, as well as heights at point 10, which represent out of bounds. If the height is less than 9 and the height is greater than the point I'm currently looking at, and I haven't seen this point before, then I will add that neighbor to my set of edges points. And then it just will loop over stuff. So it's a simple like branching out. And then that gives me basin sizes. So I sort those, reverse them. So they start at the top, biggest to smallest, and then I take their product. Can I do this? Nope. I'm not exactly sure how to. Ruby has some, but no product, I don't think. But this is just yelling me about I don't know what that's yelling about. Anyway, that was part 2. I think pretty straightforward, and I managed to get on the leaderboard for part 2, which is cool. So that is December 9th, 2021 solution. That is Advent of Code, day 9.